It's rapidly gone out of hand. The absence of Helena is really...
We can go again if you want like a real answer.
So someone's going to have to be Helena and do 2 words.
Okay.
I'd say Upset and Stomach should definitely be in there. The other 2 were like...
Up to me and Bradley.
Yeah, pretty much.
Eclectic. The worst word in the world.
Vomit.
Vomit. That's allowed.
Because it is like an upset stomach, in that it's like a lot of stuff, like a lot of things come in and it all just kind of spews out at you kind of undigested. We lose like about 80 to 90% of our crowd to the bathroom in any given set.
Yeah.
Well, actually, our first gig, my friend brought a Tinder date and then she had to leave because she got an upset stomach. And I was just like, this is really boded the way.
Me and Laura met at a party. She had a Los Campesinos t-shirt, and me being the pretentious 18-year-old music snob, I was like, oh, they're probably a really crap band.
Yeah, I got roasted.
And then
you were making like a vegan tea.
I was like, oh, actually, they're really great. And then we became big Los Campesinos fangirls. And we did music for a few years. And then you played in a band in uni.
Yeah, we both like did different things, and then we ended up in London. And I just harassed you into being a band.
We started playing over mic nights, and then we played one at New Cross Inn, which Ed played at. And Ed was like, "Hey, are you at the New Cross Inn?" I was like, "Yes," because me and Ed played in a band briefly that never played a gig together. And he was like, "Oh, you did a cover of Just You and I from the Twin Peaks soundtrack. You guys are like not terrible, but kind of terrible.
Yeah.
If you need a bassist, I'm playing bass now because Ed plays guitar and actually can play guitar like me." And then that same week...
He's as good as Bradley on guitar, officially.
Yeah.
I'm as good at bass as you are at guitar.
Yeah. And then that same week, Helena quit her her actual real band and decided to join us.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, basically, it was just me and Bradley sitting in his living room for 6 months, not really doing anything. And then we did one really bad open mic night, and then within a week had an actual band.
Went from writing songs about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Since then, we haven't really spoken to each other because there's been 2 other people to...
Yeah, I don't have to talk to
put
Laura
between
anymore,
us.
which is
Yeah.
pretty great. Don't really like Laura, but you know,
it's worked out well.
Yeah. I'd say like Björk is always the biggest influence.
All comes back to Björk with you, doesn't it?
Literally does. Like Björk is. I don't know. I don't really want to be a guitarist. I want to be like an Icelandic singer. And
do you want to be Björk?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah. So like her music, because every album is just like different, and the way she approaches music is very like futuristic.
I'd say literally my only influence is Captain Beefheart.
Yeah, you talk about Captain Beefheart all the time, but
anything that's not Captain Beefheart is like peripheral to the history of music. So basically, we're just like a shit Captain Beefheart. Oh, also Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Iron Maiden are actually great.
Yeah, Iron Maiden are actually fucking quality.
Because you listen to a lot of crap music, but Iron Maiden.
I listen to a lot of shit, but I also listen to a lot of Iron Maiden, so it balances out.
Yeah, that's the thing in like the band WhatsApp. Like whenever anyone sends a song, there'll only be one person that replies to it. Like it's like at best, it's all like a Venn diagram of things connecting, and yeah, there's never like enough in common with any one person.
We should speak for, you know, the missing voice of Helena.
Yeah, true.
But Helena doesn't really listen to music.
Helena's just like a feel good like.
The music she listens to is kickflips.
Yeah, she just listens to She puts
to,
contact mics on skateboards.
Yeah, she just plays Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and listens to the soundtrack of that.
Usually we just kind of build up on the whiteboard. Like we'll have like 3 or 4 sections that could make it. Then we'll just like put them on the whiteboard on like we just have like different variations of how long each section lasts and what order it goes into. And then like we try it for long enough until we find something that kind of sticks, but Yeah, it's like long. Like a lot of our newer songs took like a lot of time to piece together. They don't really have real structures. They're just kind of, yeah, a lot of throwing shit at the wall. Like we make a lot of laptop demos, but we tend not to really ever use them. Like it's all done through verbal instruction and what you can write on a whiteboard. And if you can't write on a whiteboard, it's not music.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like, because, yeah, Ed's like the song fixer and will make things better, and you have like ideas that you can actually play, whereas me and Bradley are both really bad at doing music. So me and Bradley are sort of like, I guess, be people where we make a full demo sort of more by ourselves, but it usually ends up that it's a sort of, well, it's always a collaboration of things, but it'll kind of start off from one demo, and then Ed will make a better demo, and then we'll just sort of try out different things until we can't speak to each other anymore, and then we'll listen to like a recording of that and then be like, oh yeah, that bit was quite good. Some songs are just really easy, and like sometimes you'll have something that seems really complicated and be like, oh, we're never going to learn this, and then it just happens really quickly. And then some things that like it's literally a 2-minute song and it will take us 5 years to get good at actually playing it.
Me and Laura kind of doing music videos for a while, like for the band. It's kind of like, it's like a, Laura does art stuff, and she's just like, when I film it, she just goes fucking all out, so it's helps a lot to, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fun doing it, but like, it's
kind of
just,
go a bit insane, I feel like. When we did the Lonely For You one, we were filming this like really like swanky flat in St. John's Wood that I was working on a film on. I was like, hey, can I use this flat to do a weird music video? And my friend was like, yeah, sure. And then we just like kind of went a bit crazy for 3 hours, like getting very American Psycho, but with you with a mustache.
Throwing fake blood around.
Yeah, throwing fake blood around.
Yeah, it's always fun doing music video stuff, but then it is that thing where it's like when we did Spilt Milk, and I was literally like writhing around in milk for ages, and then none of that was in the video. I was like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Just like really committing to like sliding over in this big like puddle of milk, and I'm like, oh, you can't actually see any of that, but you know. So yeah, I think it kind of, well, you're the person that makes and does everything.
Yeah.
But then, like,
well, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, if I was to try and do a music video or direct or shoot a music video for another band, it's really hard like to do for like, but I feel because our music's kind of weird and strange anyway, that it just kind of gives me so much leeway to just kind of go crazy with it, just kind of do anything, which means that, you know, sometimes it's just like me and Laura going, oh, how about this would be funny. Yeah, it's literally that whole thing of like, it's a joke that
this is a joke that keeps going on.
That literally is the common theme in the band, it's just a joke that got out of hand.
And then Ed's brother makes like weird VHS waves of all of the stuff that we've shot, so it's like...
so he like edited the Split Milk?
It basically was Split Milk.
Split Milk video. And I've got a few friends who are really good filmmakers as well. Ben helped with the Lonely For You video, and he's kind of crazy artist, filmmaker. So yeah, shout out Ben Leggett.
It's always interesting kind of doing smaller gigs where we're playing, or like other people's, you know, friends' bands are playing. Like, you just find so much stuff that you wouldn't find via the internet, or, you know, yeah, there's just like so much good stuff out there, but it's almost at a level where you kind of couldn't really expect it or find it. Like, we kind of have been doing stuff for ages and then only managed to put an album out like a year ago. So there is a lot of good stuff that you can find, but it's just sort of, I feel like it is happening at random nights and kind of not the most shouted out stuff. But then there's obviously like all the best gigs are here, so you can see like any sort of key band that you want to see.
Well, so
I'm very excited to see Melt Banana. That's going to be absolutely great.
Oh yeah. It's like, if you're prepared to hunt, there's like a lot of good stuff in London, but like at the same time, like there's also a lot of absolute fucking label bait where it's like,
yeah,
4 guys who are clearly trying to get signed and they just sound like shit that came out 20 years ago.
I think like the best like person I've heard recently is Eddie Fahrenheit.
Oh, Eddie
yeah.
Fahrenheit is
Like,
fucking amazing.
Ed plays like guitar session-wise for Eddie Fahrenheit, and Eddie Fahrenheit is like...
Well, those sessions you get paid for.
Okay, so he like...
It's a passion project.
Eddie Fahrenheit is amazing.
The thing about the music scene in London is just geographically too big in that we play with like loads of good bands, but they're like all like 50 miles away from each other in like northeast and like northwest. So it doesn't really feel like a scene. It just feels like a bunch of like atomistic bands kind of bouncing off each other, doing their own shit. So yeah, it doesn't really feel like there's a scene. We're just kind of doing our thing. Other people are doing theirs, and occasionally we intersect. So yeah, there's some good bands, there's some trash, but yeah, I just don't really feel like we're kind of post-scene. Now that the internet's a thing, like scenes aren't really a thing geographically.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's all about SoundCloud rap.
The best band we play with are a band called Inuit, and their best song is called Fuck London.
Yeah.
It's an anthem.
Yeah. So
Really?
like, Inuit and Wutip.
Inuit and Wutip are fucking great as well.
They're our boys. Bone Ninja are good. They're from like London.
yeah.
They're like a current band from London, right? Oh no, Black Midi are good too.
Oh, here we go.
Black Midi, Bone Ninja, Inuit, Wutip, None Habit.
I really like Natalie Evans. She's like a singer-songwriter who's like local to London, but she's from London, but she's really great. My brother plays in a band called Best Mara. They're hella good. They actually can play music. So they're really good.
I think my best compliment / shade that I've got was I played a gig and this guy came up to me afterwards and said I was like a really mentally ill Kate Nash, which I don't know, like, is that but it kind of works though, doesn't
kind
it?
of
Do you know
are
what I
like
mean?
a
Like,
mentally ill
yeah,
Kate Nash,
like but I'd say Kate Nash has more of a work ethic than I do. Like, yeah, if Kate Nash was extremely mentally ill, had a lot less of a following, and no one was interested, like that's the kind of vibe. So
Although some guy said that we sound like Horse for Band, and we don't, because they're like hardcore with a synthesizer,
but
and
this
we're
is
not
this is
hardcore
the thing.
and no
Like, any
synthesizers.
kind of comparison will be relentlessly shot to death by Ed
Yeah,
reference Hitchman.
Well, that's probably the most ill-fitting one, right? Because like we objectively don't sound like Horse for Band, but also like Horse for Band are good, so I'll take it. Shout out Horse for Band.
Oh God.
So we've got our second album that we've been sitting on for like 6 months, and we want to release that late in the year. So we're trying to organise we haven't started yet, but the plan is to organise.
We're not trying, but we're thinking about it. We're like,
we're contemplating an album launch, and then we've got like at least five other tracks. So I think that's the first half of the next album.
Yeah.
That we'll record next year, right, guys?
Yeah, over summer
So
we're basically
the
just
third
been
album
writing,
will
which
come
is
out next
nice.
year. Exclusive, you heard it right now. And
Watch this
we're
space.
halfway through a music video, which we've been working on for 6 months.
yeah, we were halfway through it 4 months ago.
Yeah.
To give you context on how quickly. And to be honest,
yeah.
like Laura's got a haircut since then, so you basically got to do it from scratch
I'm
now.
gonna have to wear a little
I'm
wig.
just going to include that in the music video.
Yeah.
But luckily for you, the song is called Laura Gets a New Haircut, so the video kind of writes
I'm so
itself
glad we
around
named
that.
it that.
Yeah.
This new song's called Haircut Vlog.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really accessible. I could use Bradley's hair. We could just have like Bradley from behind pretend it's. Bradley's like a stand-in.
I'm probably going to dye my
Yeah.
hair blonde, so
Oh,
I
of
could just
course.
be you.
I'm getting a
face.
flat top, so you have to do my scenes.
Yeah, we're all just
soon.
trying to work on getting hotter. Like Bradley's got an ear piercing now.
It's
like
midlife crisis.
yeah, we're just trying to work on our. Like, you know, when Kings of Leon like shaved their beards and got haircuts, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, you're like mainstream and hot now." We're like starting to go through that.
Yeah, we were hillbillies, and now
Yeah.
we're Kings of Leon.
Ed's gonna get a handlebar moustache and a shaved head, and then everyone's just gonna be like, "Oh my God,
Yeah,
how
I
do
used
we
to,
not
I used to
notice
be
you?"
really beautiful. Shout out 19-year-old me.